Good afternoon and welcome to Fliptv News. I'm Christian Chuku. Let's take a look at some of the headlines. Evidence shows Adeleke may lose Osun Governorship election. Tinubu shouldn't be judged by Buhari's performance. Don't deregister ASU, NLC warns federal government. APC dropped prominent Christians from campaign council. This is from Reno Omokri. And lastly, Idris Abdulkarim leaves hospital after kidney transplant. Let's take a look at the news in detail. The APC haven't approached the Election Petitions Tribunal challenging results from 749 polling units out of the over 3,000 polling units on the grounds of overvoting. INEC issued another CTC of BVAS report to the PDP on August 22, claiming that the first report issued to the APC was not synchronized. The electoral body went further to admit that the BVAS report dated 29th July 2022 has errors because as a result of non-synchronization with the BVAS, the machine, and these errors resulted in false overvoting in the 750 polling units challenged by the petitioners. According to INEC, the unsynchronized BVAS report dated 29 July 2022 was superseded by the BVAS report dated 22nd August 2022, and which was a duly synchronized BVAS report with primary BVAS machine used in the 16th July 2022 Osun State governorship election. In his response filed before the tribunal on its behalf by its team of lawyers led by Prof. Paul Ananaba, SAN, INEC said there were lots of errors on the unsynchronized BVAS report dated 29th July 2022 as a result of non-synchronization of data information with the primary BVAS machine as at the date of application and issuance, which resulted in false overvoting in the 750 polling units challenged in the petition. The 10 local governments that have issues with either non-compliance or overvoting in the state have been outlined in an INEC report. After collation of votes, the total amounts to 173,655 voters either with non-compliance or overvoting. From the total figure, the PDP has 113,151 while the APC 60,504 votes. However, there are speculations that if the votes are cancelled, the APC will have more votes than the PDP, with a difference of 24,510 votes, which may warrant INEC return Oyetola as governor-elect. A group, Nigerian Intellectuals for Tinubu Shetima, has said the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, should not be linked to the perceived failure of the president Muhammadu Buhari. The Lagos State coordinator of the group, Mr. Emmanuel Omuwo, said this while reacting to the claim by the Middle Belt Forum that Nigeria had become worse since the president took over. But Omuwo said Tinubu was not part of the current regime and should not be dragged into the running of the government. He, however, said those who said Buhari had failed were not being honest with themselves, adding that odds had not just been in the favor of the president. The president of the MBF, Dr. Bitrus Pogo, in an interview with reporters said the Buhari regime has failed to fulfill the mandate it came on board with. In every consideration, economy, security, health, education, things are worse than they ever have been. He is ill-informed of the happenings in Nigeria, Pogo had said. But reacting, Omuwo said Tinubu was in the government in 2007. He is not part of this administration. All he had to do was work towards the success of Buhari's campaign. He shows he is a regime, he is a game changer on his own. Tinubu has the solution. He has been preparing all his life for the presidency. However, you cannot use Buhari's performance to judge the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Nigerian Labour Congress has warned against reported moves by the federal government to withdraw the registration license of the Academic Staff Union of Universities over non-submission of its audited financial returns for over 5 years. while dismissing the claims that ASU had not submitted its audited financial returns to the Registrar of Trade Unions for over 5 years as required by the law. The NLC insisted that the union had submitted its financial reports up to 2021. Reacting to media report that the federal government may withdraw ASU's registration because of the alleged infractions, the NLC alleged that ASU submitted its financial report twice but were deliberately rejected. In the letter to the Registrar of Trade Unions and copied the Minister of Labour and Employment, NLC President of NLC, Ayuba Waba, warned against moves to deregister or withdraw ASU's registration license. The NLC in the letter dated September 2022 said, "We understand that ASU has responded to our query to submit its annual financial reports and audited accounts within 72 hours. ASU responded to the query through their letter dated September 9th, 2022. On the APC campaign members, former presidential aide Reno Omokri has claimed that the All Progressives Congress didn't include notable Christians in its newly released list of nominees for presidential campaign council. He made this observation on his Twitter handle on Saturday. Omokri also warned Nigerians about the 2023 election, telling them to look at how the APC removed prominent Christians from their campaign list, asking what would happen if APC won the election. He said, "Dear Nigerians, I hope you are watching how the All Progressives Congress Muslim ticket just kicked out the top Christian in government, VP Osibanjo, and the only Northern Christian speaker Nigeria ever had, Yakubu Dogara, from their campaign council. The APC Muslim ticket has not yet won the election, and they are already purging prominent Christians like Osibanjo and Dogara from their campaign council. What will now happen when they win? Remember, to be forewarned is to be forearmed." And lastly, Nigerian rapper Idris Abdulkarim has been discharged from the hospital after having a successful kidney transplant. The rapper on Thursday announced these on his Instagram page. He shared a picture of himself saying, "It's good to be back home. To God be the glory. Alhamdulillah." Abdulkarim announced that he suffered kidney failure and would undergo a transplant in July. With that, we've come to the end of News on Flip. I'm Christian Chico. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.